Hi and welcome. Rich Pasini here from rjpasini for great deals on eBay. Today it's Sunday morning. I picked up a couple items and you're probably wondering, what am I doing? What's going on? What's this video all about? I just want to show you what a reseller's life is all about. This is a typical Sunday morning for me. Didn't get a chance to have breakfast. It's going on 11 a.m. over here, a little after. It's going 11:30, but I'm always thinking about stuff to put out there for you guys to just show you what my day consists of. Some of you may be interested to see how I do things. Some of you may not. I don't know. I'm just trying to do the best I can here. Yeah, I picked up a couple items yesterday, and whenever I do, it's always like, how can I say it? I don't know. I'm not saying it's a ball of confusion. It's just that I have so many different things I'm going to do. I got my laptop set up over here again, of course, checking out. I mean, this is how my typical day starts. Let's just get right to it. All right. I'm going to go over here. I always check out my listings first thing in the morning. Okay. And so far, like I said, I go to my sell feature here, and I look down here, see how many watches I have. As you can see, I added some new stuff to it, but the watch count is going up on some of the items. I had a few sales this month. I think I told you in the last video. Apparently I got a lot. I don't think so many people were too happy with the sales I did for last month, but what can I tell you guys? It's not me. I'm just trying to do the best I can. As you can see here, looking at the watch count over here, how many watches are here? Watch count. How many watches are here? You can see some have two, some have one. It counts down. I mean, people are picking up on them. You know, they are watching. You know, they are checking them out. But these are the ones that have watches, and when you look at the zeros, these are ones that don't have watches on them. They're very full, you know, very small views, as you can see here. But yeah, this is what a typical day is like. And I like to always check and see how many views I got. I like to also see watches on it, because then I know there's gonna, you know, there's some people gonna hopefully be making purchases soon. But as you can see here, a lot of the ones on the watches on this particular group only have 0 watches on here. So yeah, so I basically go through this here, and you know, no sense of going all the way down to the bottom. I know they're all zeros. Not all of them, but the ones in that group. And then I always get like these advertisements from, I should say Walmart. Yes, they're trying to get me to buy this here, this Snaptane, whatever. I guess Snaptane, yeah. I don't know, it's a drone here for $69 a change. It's not bad. I mean, you know, I'm thinking of getting a drone. The price point is okay. I mean, it's, well, according to this, it was regular $129.99. And I'm thinking of getting this here, but I don't know. It's 720p, you know, I don't know. Before I buy anything, folks, I always go to, I will copy the title just to let you guys know, and I go to YouTube to see the reviews, how other people, you know, what they think about this particular items. That's how I do it. That's how I make my buying decision when it comes to stuff like that. But for the most part, you know, that's just the way it is. Now, for example, let's go over here. Let's get to the other screen here. Let's go to this guy here. I picked up this here. It's a Nikon camera. I don't mind my desk. It's a mess. I know. This is what I go through. This is what it's like. And I was testing out this camera. I picked it up for a decent price. Okay. And what do you call it there? I put in the batteries. At first, let me tell you something. Whenever you're buying electronic things like this here, folks, let's go here, the split screen one here. I'll go back to this one here. Let's go over here. You can see this guy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing around with my thing here. I got the 4-screen thing here. All right. Anyway, I picked this unit up here. It's the Nikon Coolpix 1122, right? And whenever you're buying these things, folks, at first I have a little bushel of batteries. See this here? These are all AA batteries in here. Believe it or not, you know what the story of these batteries are? When I was selling, I buy new batteries as well, but when I was selling the guitars, the Xbox guitars, 360 guitars, these are the batteries that came out of them. Just goes to show you how many batteries, how many guitars I bought, and throughout the months or the years, whatever. Now some of them, that's why I have a little battery tester here. Oops, I got this at Walmart right here. See it? Yeah, this is my, by the way, this is my iPhone right here, guys. That's where you can see it over here. I got the cable connected because I don't know how long this video is going to be. Really, I don't. Because I want to show you some stuff. So, I don't know, if you guys are bored and you have nothing to do, you want to watch this video to the end, that'd be great. You know, give you a little tip, a little pointer of what I do, how I do it anyway. So anyway, I test out the batteries. Now, I know I could also give batteries with the items I buy, but the reason why I don't do that, folks, for all intents and purposes, is because what happens is ounces turn to pounds. And I'm not paying the shipping. The only time I'm paying the shipping is return shipping. So if a person doesn't want their camera, well, they don't want this particular case, they don't want this camera, I'm going to pay the return shipping. But the buyer, on the other hand, is going to pay the shipping. So I want to try to keep the cost down to the buyer as much as possible. That's why I don't include batteries with these items I buy. So anyway, so it's a little process here. As I said, whenever I sell items, electronic items, I like to try to give them the user manuals with them. So let's go over here really quick here. Let's go back to this one. I'm going to show you something over here. Oh, not that one there. I'm sorry, guys. This one. Here we go. Let's move out of here. Yeah, that's. We'll see what's going to happen with that. Okay, so I went through 2 screens, but before you get started here, if you ever want to look stuff up, when it comes to, if you're going to do like I do, which is, if you want to give them a manual or whatever, a quick guide, what you just do is a Google search, and that's what I did here. I just basically have it over here, Cool Pics User Guide, and it'll bring you to these windows over here. And this is the one I like to use right here, folks. This is why I'm showing you this here. This is the one I like to use. It's the Cool Pics, right? It's from Manuals Lib, okay? So it's Manuals Lib, one word, www.manualslib.com. And here, the reason why I didn't print this out for the customer, look over here. It's 177 pages. It's 177 pages. I can't do that, folks. I mean, not only that, it'll increase the weight because it's going to come out in 8.5 by 11 paper. Usually when these companies like Nikon, they did give you little booklets, but, condensed. This here is way too much. Now, some people may say, well, maybe you could just print out the basic stuff, folks. Yeah, I could do that there, but then it's too time consuming. It's 177 pages to go through. I just don't have the time for it right now. So what I did is I went over here. I went to, again, Manuals Lib, and I typed in a brochure. So the brochure I have over here is what you see. This is what, that's not it, right? No, this is not. Which one is it now? Bear with me, guys. This is it. So this is from Manuals Lib, and this is what I printed out right here. Okay, so they're going to get this here. It's going to give them a little basic overview on what what the camera could do, and it's only a 2-pager. That's all it is. And I could do it back to back, but I kept it separate. I figured it's 2 pages. What's the big deal? And I'll fold it up, put it in an envelope, and just give it to the buyer. So, but anyway, yeah, that's the situation I'm in with this here. Now, I always liked, and I did print them out my color printer. And there's a reason why I did this here. I'm always thinking ahead of the game here. I'm trying to think out of the box, so to speak. So the reason why I did that there is when I take a picture with this here, with this camera, I want to set it up where I could take a picture, actual photo of the camera with the picture in it. I know I could do superimposing. I could take this here, I could scan this into my my printer on my computer, take this here and superimpose it and just paste it right back on the back of the camera. But I want them to see the actual photo in the camera itself. Now, a lot of people might think, man, you go out of your way to your buyers. I mean, you're gonna all of this here just for one sale. Well, some folks, that's just the way I am. I like to be very detail oriented. I like to try to do things a little different. Like I said, I know some people will get this thing here. They'll probably say, Rich, I get this here. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'll do a couple of comps. I'll just tell them, they get in a case with it, and that's it, and leave it at that there, whatever it comes with. This comes with the micro card, too. Yeah, this one, I was lucky. It came with the micro card. Look at that there. See? Well, you can't see right there. It came with the micro card. Okay? A 512 gigabyte. Yeah, you're probably wondering, too, when you see me you're doing this here. What do you call it? You probably see me with this here, why I got the magnifying glass here, because sometimes it's hard for me to see it. I wear glasses for reading, that's basically it. But this is a 2 gigabyte, so they can get quite a bit at us. Now, with this camera here, there's no sync cables with it. Okay. Now, when I bought it, I tested it out. I did test it out. I took pictures with it, and luckily for me, my HP printer has the it has, what do you call it there? It has the micro card chip, where you can put it into your computer. So this just happened to work out. I was lucky, because if not, I was going to say, okay, how am I going to do it now? Do you sat down? That's the question that comes in. Okay, so you bought this here, this camera, and this you're taking it. It does take pictures with it. You need it, of course. And how you're going to test it out if you don't have a micro card reader? that's where the problem comes. So people say, well, how do you do that? You say, well, you say, bought the camera. It works, it powers on, untested, meaning that, you know, you didn't actually get a chance to see it physically take a picture. I mean, you know, take a picture on a camera, but to actually upload it to your computer. So I was lucky enough that when I took the picture with the camera here, I popped this out. I said, let me keep my fingers on this. But I was looking at my HP 7520 printer, which has micro card readers in there. So if it didn't work on my desktop, it most likely it would have worked on my HP. Although I didn't test it though, I'm just saying because I see it's got an alternate slot there and it looks like this would fit in there. So anyway, this does work. It's been tested. Now I'm going to go back there in a second and I'm going to show you what I want to do with this here. Now, the reason why I printed this out is because I got an idea what I want to do with this. I'm going to put this over here for a second. What I want to do with this here is, back there I have it set up on the, well, you can't see it back there. It's a little very whited out over there. I got my camera set up there. What I want to do is take a little piece of tape and mount it onto the board back there. And I want to focus, I want this camera, it's going to be elevated, right? So it's just a little camera trick. What I want to do is I'm taking this here. It's a box I got there. It's from, well, actually I keep the little matches in there if, you know, you're lighting candles and stuff. And of course I'm not going to have this on here. So what I did is I thought of it, I said I could put a piece of cloth on here or use this here to elevate the camera. Because I don't, you know, again, I'm trying to, you know, give good quality images with a very basic setup I have. I don't have state-of-the-art equipment here, folks, okay? I mean, I saw my iPhone 8 and I have a Sony digital, you know, Cybershot camera I use. I'm not going to upgrade that camera just yet because it still takes pretty decent pictures as far as I'm concerned. And not only that, that camera back then cost me over $500. I'm not in the market to buy another one for $500, to be honest with you. So I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. I buy things out of necessity, and if the thing was broke beyond repair, then you say, okay, well, let's go for another camera. Would I spend another $500 or $600 on a camera? It all depends. I don't think I really needed that. Back then I did. You know, I was taking family photos and stuff. We travel and stuff. It's nice, but going forward, I don't want to keep doing that, especially with the economy today and the cost of everything going up. I don't want to sit there and blow money on a camera. You know, this little camera, I got it for a real good price. This thing takes pretty good pictures, I have to honestly say. It's a Nikon, just to let you know, it's the Nikon Coolpix, okay? It's the L22. See it up there? Well, let me turn it this way you can see it, guys. See it right there? My camera going to move into my webcam. It's L22. Take my word for it. It's an L22. Anyway, this thing takes nice pictures. And even if I bought something like this, or if I didn't have a camera, or let's say that I wanted to upgrade, this is a 12 megapixel. The one I use, the Cybershot one I used, back then when I bought it back in 2004, 2005, that's a 3.3 megapixel. Okay. Now, I did buy another camera. I like Sony products. I did buy another camera. Let me show you really quick over here. This camera, I was going to sell it. Okay, I was going to sell this camera. This one here, hey, look at this. I got a larger case too, just like that. Okay. Yeah, I bought this at a separate time because I didn't have this case. So anyway, I picked this up. And people are going to ask if I'm going to sell it. No, I don't want to sell this one. I like this one too. If I can get it out of here. This one here is the Sony Cybershot. I love Sony's. That's my product. And look at it, powered it on. And there it is. See, and you get the thing there. This one here, yeah, when you go to that, that's the screen. And this one takes nice pictures. Now the battery might be going a little weak in this thing here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while. What am I going to do? Am I going to keep it? Yeah, I love this thing. This thing's great. I love it. I love the way it is. It works. Its functionality. I like Sony products. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Nikon, but I'm a Sony man. But anyway, I picked this up for a good price too. And the only thing I had to buy with this here, when you close it up, it automatically shuts off. The only thing I had to buy for this here, and it came, I was lucky. This one came with the micro card in it too, just like this. Sometimes I get lucky. The case I bought at a separate time. I bought the case at a separate time. I was at the thrift store and I seen it, said, this is just what I'm looking for. It's perfect size for my camera. So I got this here. But yeah, this camera I'm not getting rid of. The only thing I had to buy for this camera to test it out, I was going to sell it. And I couldn't test it out because I needed a battery charger. So just to share with you guys real quick, I went online on eBay and I bought this here. It's a K-Star. K-Stars are pretty good. You know, I like their product. I would recommend if you have to get a battery charger and if it's an aftermarket one, K-Star's good. I mean, it's a pretty good battery charger. Just to share with you quick, let me just open up here. You know, you're probably wondering, how come you keep it in boxes and stuff like that? Well, you never know. You never know when you're going to need that extra cash and you say, do I want to sell it? So I think if I did ever decide to sell it, at least the person's getting say, well, he knew, he bought a brand new one. This is all brand new stuff. But this is how it is. This is the K-Star, okay? And the way you charge it up, of course, you put your battery in there and you pop it in there and you plug it into the receptacle, wall receptacle. And I think it's red when it's getting it's getting ready to charge up. When it's fully charged, then it turns to green. But yeah, this I think I paid, I don't know, maybe I think it was either $7 or $10 or something like that, whatever it was. And I had to buy another one for another camera I bought. Again, people are going to wonder, what are you going to do with these cameras? Well, I'm not a professional photographer. And some people, they might say, well, I can understand a professional photographer keeping all these cameras. What do you need all these cameras for? All you do is sell on eBay. I got this one over here. I'm probably saying, what's this one? Now, again, I have a Sony Cybershot digital camera, but I picked this one up. I'm just showing you guys. I know I'm going off there. I'm going elsewhere, right, with this here. But I don't know. If you got nothing to do, you check it out. Give you something to do to watch for a little bit. This one here is a nice camera. I got a little case for it there. Keep it inside within the case. This I got separate. This camera case, again, perfect size. I think I paid $4 for this bag. It's perfect. Anyway, now you're probably saying, what am I going to do with this one? This is a little handheld Cybershot. I have a bigger camera that I use. That's also a Sony. But this one here, I like it. It's small, and I got this for a good price too. It's small, form-fitted, and when you open it up here, it's got that there. You drop the little lens cap here, and this thing takes phenomenal pictures, just like my regular one. I paid almost $1,000 for. I don't know back then what this cost, and I seen it, and I got this for a good price. It even came with the remote. No, yeah, it came with the remote control, and I said, I got to get it. I got to keep it. It's Sony. It's got some weight for a little camera too. This is, I'm not saying it's vintage, but it is up there in age, but I tested it out. Takes great pictures, great video. Well, videos, I should say. I don't know if it does take pictures. I think it might. I don't know, but I know definitely does. Definitely with the videos, and you got all your function buttons in here too, and the screen here. And it's also, this pops out too if you want to your view, the viewfinder thing, whatever, to take pictures. Yeah, I want to keep this out. I was talking about my family. Said you want to sell, you might not come across these too often. These do sell for a good buck on eBay. I'm not saying they're like you're going to become rich from selling it, but they do, sell for a decent amount. With this one here, again, just to prove to you guys, this one here, I got the box up there for it. See here. I know people are saying, oh, maybe this guy's going to sell it one day. This is the box that came with it here. See it right there? K-Star. I know I can't put it in a bag in here, else I would. I could, probably could, but anyway. I leave that up there just in case. Just in case. People think, oh, maybe he'll sell it one day. No, I don't know, but anyway, that's the same thing. Again, as you can see, it's K-Star. Again, I bought that off eBay. But, yeah, and that's what I got. And then the cord, this cord didn't come with it. I got this at the thrift store. I think I paid $1.99 for it, brand new. This is the cord you would need. You would plug it into your, if I was going to sell it, you would plug this into the your VHS, whatever, or the player, and you plug it in. It's got the color coded here, yellow, red, and white, and this one would plug into the camera itself. But anyway, I'm not selling this one here. I'm not selling that other one either, the Sony. I think I'm going to keep both of them, as unless I get really tired of it. And if I be honest with you, because I like the Sony products, I'd probably end up buying another Sony camera, whatever, or cameras. I was thinking about it too. I said, geez, if I was going to upgrade my cameras, maybe I would sell if I sold the whole thing. But I also got that stand back there. That's a Sony Tripod. It's remote. You mount your camera on in. You could zoom in and out. It powers it on and off. It could take a snapshot. That was a little over $100 something back then. But I'm not getting rid of my stuff, folks. I mean, look, like my father used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Leave it alone, that's how I look at it. So, but yeah, but I just wanted to share with you guys real quick. So anyway, when I want to get back to doing this again, let me get this stuff out of here. I don't want it to fall. I know, I got to put everything on my bookshelf here. It's a mess. I really got to clean up in here. Yeah, so what I want to do is, I just want to show you really something quick here. The other thing I want to pick up before I get started with the camera thing, I picked this thing up here too. Let's go over here. Let me go over here. This one here. I picked this up. Well, let's go to the big camera one here. I got to get used to these buttons, folks. I'm sorry. Anyway, I picked this up. This is a Game Boy Advance. See it? Game Boy Advance here. Maybe you can see it better here. Anyway, let's go back to the screen. Maybe I should just be better with this screen anyway. Okay, so this one here I picked up a Game Boy Advance, and this has been tested out too. It works. I'm going to take a picture to see it now, and people are going to say, "You're going to print out a user guide with this?" I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Whenever I sell electronics, I like to sell the user guide or quick guide. Now, again, with the Sony, with that Nikon Coolpix, I'm not printing out 177 pages. I'm just not going to do it. It's, my toner, my laser printer is, I keep these messages on my computer from HP, and it tells you your toner is getting low. I have another cartridge there, which I got to order another one, but I don't want to keep doing that. Not 177 pages. Now, if it was 30 pages, I would do it double-sided. It would cut it down to 15. That's a different story, but I can't print 177 pages. That's even if you do it back to back, it's still a lot. And not only that, it'll make the cost of the shipping more expensive. Yeah, so this is what I picked up. All right, so I'm not gonna show you everything I'm doing, but I just want to go over it really quick with you and show you what I'm doing here. And this thing I picked up too. This is an out of a box. It's a tablet. Now I gotta do my research on it. Let me just show you really quick here. This here. If you're into tablets, this here, and even in the book, the thing here, the instruction says, please plug in your tablet. I tested this out last night. Please plug in the tablet into your PC before installing the driver. I did that there. It's a USB. It's a USB tablet. It's mono price. I got to look them up. I got to see what they go for. You know something, folks? This is definitely got to be out of the box, because the way, whenever something is brand new and the way it's packed, you can always tell when something's been unraveled. This here has been, you can see it's new. Not only that, look at the way this came in here, like this here. It's all wrapped up. This here, hey, look, new battery came with it. Here's the Stylus Pen that came with it. Took it out just to make sure. I had to test it. I have to make sure. But this is the pen that comes with that. Battery goes in here. You pop this open like that there, and you put the battery right in there. Okay. I'm not going to use that battery because, like I said, if I'm going to sell it, which this is going to be for sale, I don't know. I don't have comps on it, but yeah. And you know what's funny? Not even funny, but I don't know if the pins get damaged on these things or not. In this thing here, in this bag, they give me like little pins, little pinpoints for this here. Look at them. They give quite a bit of them. You see it? Look at that. So, and they also give you the stand that goes with it too. The stand that goes with it. It's got a little weight to it too, and you pop it in there. So, but this is battery driven. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna go over all that stuff with you, what I do, but I'm just trying to give you a little overview on how I go about listing the items I put up on eBay. Let's put this over here for now. So yeah, I got to do that there, and this one here I got to do in a little bit. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the camera area here, and I'm just going to share with you a little. It's not going to be this video is not going to be a quick tip video, but I just want to show you what it's all about, and then maybe it's 12 o'clock. Maybe I can have a late breakfast. Because I was thinking of this all morning, setting up and stuff like that. I said, why don't I do a video and show people what I do, how I go that extra mile for my buyers, which I do. And as far as the buyers, I like to also share like my photo tips. I also have another photo tip to share with you too when it comes to taking pictures of things that reflect images. And I'll go over that really quick with you too, because I got a little Farberware pot, and I'll show you what I do with that there, the pictures, how they came out. Okay, but as far as the batteries, though, I got to say one thing. When it comes to replacing batteries with these things, I had to clean the contacts out with the cotton swab with alcohol on them, and luckily it could reach in there, and I just gave it a quick wipe and stuff like that. But whenever you're buying any electronic things, if you're going to sell batteries, don't sell pre-owned ones or used ones. And if it's a brand new pack that you bought and you broke it open, that's a different story. You could rewrap them again. I'd wrap them up with plastic, whatever, and I'll tell them for open. These are new batteries from an open pack, whatever. But I would do something like that. But when it comes to electronics, put brand new, fresh batteries, Duracell, whatever. What are the ones they got there? They got Kodaks in here, Energizer, whatever. Just put brand new stuff. Those batteries there, they all been tested with the battery tester here, and they all checked out, and they were all pretty good. But enough with the talking here. Let me go over there, and I want to show you how I want to set this up. Just to give you a little overview on how I'm going to do this here, how I'm going to get it set up. So let's shoot over there really quick, and I'll be right with you guys. Okay, what you see here, folks, is I purchased two boxes, I should say display boards from the dollar store. And this is what I'm showing you right now. And I took one and I ended up cutting it in two pieces, all right? And as you can see, I'm opening it right now. Now, this little sign that you see here, this little thing here that you see here, I didn't notice. I shot this video with my iPhone, and I didn't notice, didn't show up, but it showed up on a program that I use. It's called Split Cam. I forgot to click that button on here, so I'm sorry if you're going to see this throughout the part of the video, but you'll get the gist of it, okay? I didn't feel like reshooting it over again, so I figured just explain to you guys what happened. So this is probably going to be in the remainder of the video here. But anyway, what you see me doing here right now is setting up for the photo that I'm going to be taking of the camera, and I'm using this as a backboard here. I got two sizes. One's like a little more than 8.5 and 11. The other one's probably like about 10 inches. So what I'm going to do now, where I'm heading right now, is to get the display here. It's a 2-pager. It's just like a little display ad for the Coolpix 1122. And I'm using a little piece of tape over here. What I want to do is I'm going to paste that there, or I should say tape that first sheet there to the back of the display board. Not the back, but the front of it. Okay, as you can see over here. And what I was doing before, I was just saying to kind of like, you know, squeeze the tape a little there, just touch it so it doesn't get too sticky, so it doesn't rip off the blackboard, the display board when you remove it. Okay. Now I'm getting this little matchbox thing as I had here, and I'm going to use that as a stand. But before I do that there, I'm going to place that on top of the stand. I want to use this paper, as you can see here. I just took a regular piece of paper. I was going to use it with cloth, but I figured let me use this as well. And now I'm going to tape that little piece onto the matchbox there, as you can see here. And now when I take a picture, that will be masked out, as you can see here. Okay. Now the premise of this here, like I said earlier, is I want to take a picture of the photo. I want to show the camera that the camera took the photo. I know I could have superimposed a picture on there, but I didn't want to go that route. All right, so now I'm playing around with my iPhone. I cut a lot of the stuff out here to edit this video to make it somewhat normal. Please forgive me, folks. I'm working solo. I don't have anybody to help me here, so I'm trying to do everything by myself. If I had somebody to help me out, it'd be a lot different, but I don't. So this is what happens, you know, the struggles of online reselling. Okay, I'm trying to get my iPhone 8 to zoom in over there. The next time I do a video like this, I got to make sure that the split cam program doesn't have that. That's not activated. That's what those two little blue circles are. And I know it's throughout the part of this video, not the whole entire video. Okay, what I'm doing here is trying to, I keep hitting the window there on the iPhone to try to get it to work. So that's where you see where I am right now. Okay, you could see the base there where I put the paper there. It kind of like shades in and out. But when I did the video, you see, like right now, it's like disappeared. Okay, all right. So now I powered it on, and that picture I just posted up there. Now you can see it's in the camera. The other camera you just seen, that's the one I'm going to take the photo with. And timed out, of course. So we're going to go back again over here. Going to power back on again. Now, a lot of you guys out there may think this is kind of crazy to go all through this here just to make a sale or whatever. But, you know, folks, understand one thing. I do love making videos. I'm not a professional at it, you know, by any means. But I do like trying to experiment with things. And, you know, that's how you learn. It's through trial and error, you know. So for me, I don't mind it. I really don't mind. But as long as I can keep doing things like this, yeah, I'm gonna keep making my videos like this. All right. So we kind of like finished up with that one there. I think you guys seen the gist of it. This one here, in this part of the video, I'm showing you how to get rid of the reflection when it comes to things of this nature, especially when you sell. I sell coffee pots like this here, the Farberwares. I sell the 2 to 4 cup. That's what this is right now. And I also sell the 2 to 12 cup. And I don't want, when I take pictures, I don't want to have actually the photos, you know, see where you can see my tripod, you can see me in the photo. I try to, you know, alleviate all those images on there, especially when it comes to this here. I try to keep it on a professional level. Let's put it this way. I'm not a professional, but I'm trying to keep it on a professional level. So here I'm just toying around with it here. I'm moving the cardboard, the display board there, trying to get the best angle where it's going to mask out that stuff. On the top, you can see where the top is. That's what I'm talking right now. I can't mask that up, but towards the end of this video, I show you the finished product, how it looks, okay? I know a lot of playing around here, a lot of fiddling around, moving back and forth. But, you know, it's like anything else, trial and error. As you can see here already, just by doing this little technique, I already came out of the picture. There is no tripod in there. Now, this little tip helps. I mean, like I said again, I bought 2 display boards at the dollar store, $1 each. And one I cut at like around 12 inches, and the other one I cut like a 10, just in case I get like the 12-cup coffee pot. That's a little higher because when I'm shooting when I'm taking a photo, I don't want it to, you know, the coffee pot to tower over the cardboard. So I made one bigger and one smaller. That's something you got to decide when you're shooting photos. So as you can see here, I kind of like boxed it in. And when you do that, it obscures all the other stuff on either left or the right side of you, so you don't have to worry about having other images blend into that. Now you do see the top, but again, at the end of this video, you're going to see you're going to see the finished product, how the photos came out. What I'm trying to do here is trying to, you know, just give you a little more of an example of how to try to mask out a lot of things. If you move, like I said, if you move the pot closer to the back and you shoot the photo, you're still going to get that nice image where you're not going to see the tripod and stuff. But make sure when you're doing this here, all your seams are kind of like connected. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to leave them open, like because you can see like over here you can see a shadow. That's because these two over here are not connected all together. Okay, so you want to make sure, because you don't want the light cascading in here. All right, that's where you got that. Now here is the finished product, how it looks. So I don't know. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. I don't know what you guys think, but to me, I think they came out pretty good. It's better. Remember on the other one, you could see the top. Remember I was telling you, you could see the top on here? Well, I think I said in the other video, you could see the top on here. But this way here, you don't see nothing. To me, it's like a professional photo. I mean, I'm not saying that's how they do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. So I hope it helps out, guys. All right, let's go. Okay, so now you see what a typical morning it is for me. Probably saying all of that for 1 minute, you know, for just a little, take a photo. Well, it goes a lot quicker than that, folks. When you're explaining stuff, of course, it's going to take a lot longer. It's going to, you know, the process is going to be a little longer, you know, to explain everything. But for the most part, it's pretty much a cut and dry. You know, I'll go in there, like I said, when it comes to, you know, research and see, you know, if I can get a user guide. It takes a little time, you know, but for the most part, I'm okay with it. I really am okay with it. And I'm going to put those pictures up. Like I said, the coffee pot there, that little one I just showed you back there, that's already been, I took photos. I just want to show you how to mask out the reflection. Again, with eBay, there's a way to remove the background, and I also have another way to remove it through Paint 3D. There's another way to remove the background like that there. If you got, like, you know, I don't know, some kind of, let's say something was in there that you didn't want there on the background I'm talking about. Let's say, I don't know, you were taking a picture and something looked at it in order. Yeah, let's say you had let's say you did have a backdrop and something, I don't know, was a marking on it, something like that, and you said, I don't want to show that in my back, you know, my photo. There's a way of taking it out. Like I said, if you guys want to know how to do that there, just reach out to me and tell me, hey, how do you do this, or how do you remove the background? I'll go over it with you guys. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing. That's what my YouTube channel is all about, folks. It's to help, inspire, and share. And the most important thing, and I keep saying it over and over and over again, is that you guys get a takeaway from it. It's a little photo tip. Nothing great, nothing spectacular. It's just that as I go along, I try to figure things out like that there. You know, because whenever I see these pictures of, well, they're advertising, like you see Walmart or all these big companies, they got these pictures always showing you how the item looks. You say, now how is it done without them putting a camera there and stuff like that there? I'm not saying that's the technique they use. I don't know the technique they use as far as that. They probably have a different way of doing it, but I'm doing it on a basic level, the way it works for me. And it does work for me too. So, you know, that's why I like to do things. it's the little things to me that mean a lot, you know, in a big way. And if I could go out of my way a little, like people say, geez, you're going to go out of your way to all of this just for a camera, just to take a picture. Well, how else am I going to do it? I mean, I could, like I said earlier, I could superimpose it. I could take that picture, shrink it down, and put it on the back of the camera. But I want it to be actually on the camera. Let me tell you something really quick before I end this video, folks. You know, people probably wonder why I do videos when it comes to certain things. I do it for the simple reason is it's to protect me and it's to protect the buyer. Okay. Now I had it where in the past that let me go over here again. Here I'm all screwed up. Let me get this guy again. I'm sorry, guys. I like playing around with this switcher here. People are saying it's annoying. I find it annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Let me go over here. I do it to protect me and to protect me as a seller and protect the buyer. Okay. And how it protects me is if they ever say, oh, the item doesn't work, well, I got video to prove it. Now, the reason why I do this here is because I had a situation a long time ago where I sold an item to a buyer and the buyer said the item didn't work. As a matter of fact, I think it was a Keurig or whatever. And thank God I had the videos to prove it, okay? The item did work. It did work. It was working fine. They just wanted a refund. So they made up this story. Oh, the thing is spewing coffee all over the place. Water's leaking here and there. I said, and I messaged back the buyer. I didn't get upset. I messaged the buyer back. I said, please, whatever you do, just send it back. Just make sure it's well packaged. And once upon receiving it, I'll give you a full refund plus your shipping. Got back to me a couple of days. This was like 2 years ago. It got back to me. Tested it out. It worked perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. Everything that buyer said was false. There was nothing wrong with it. First off, I don't sell things like that. Now, if it wasn't working, and this is as for you newbies out there, if something's not working, let's say you bought something, you really couldn't give it a full test. Like when I buy the Keurigs in the thrift stores, the only way it's not even a test, I just plug it in to make sure it powers on. The real test comes when you buy it. You clean it up, of course. You do your best cleaning on it, desterilize or whatever. Take all that. If there's anything in any sediments in there, you clean it up really good. I have to use water and white vinegar to clean out the inside of the Keurigs. And you make sure it's functional. That when you're putting a cup of water in there, you hit the button under the brew button, and it goes through the cycle, and it shuts off automatically. Bing, bang, boom, it's done. Okay? And that's what I do. And like I said, that's how I test them out. Okay, because in the thrift store, you can't test the coffee pot, those Keurigs out. You can tell the store manager, can I get a cup of water? I want to test this out before I buy it. The only thing is, the caveat to that is when you buy it, you own it. There's no refunds. They tell you in the receipts, no refunds. I don't know about exchange. I don't think there's even exchanges. I think you're buying it, you own it. It's just like this camera. I bought it, untested. I don't know if it was going to work. Didn't have any batteries in there, which is good because sometimes the batteries get corrosive and then you got to clean them out. I bought things like that in the past where there were people left batteries in there and they put it in the thrift store and you buy it's like, ew, you look at it, it's all that white dust in there and stuff and corrosion. But I'm always able to clean them out and make sure they work, And I've been lucky so far. But here's the thing. If I bought something like that, and even though I brought it and I powered it on, and I brought it home and it didn't work, I would sell it for parts not working. Okay. The only problem I got to say with eBay, now I don't know if they changed it. I did call up eBay once before, talked to a tech support person over there, and said eBay needs to trade up or I should say rectify their returns the way they have the returns for the buyers. Because what I think happens is buyers don't know, they want to return an item and they don't know what to say. Like, for example, I seen this here cheaper. I had a buyer that said that once before. They try to bait me into going along with it. Okay, I had a buyer that had the Keurig, and the buyer said, "Oh, I like to return this here. I seen it cheaper elsewhere." And I said, "Okay, send it back." And then she sends me back, "Yeah, I can get this cheaper from another." I said, "Okay." It said it twice, basically, wording a little different. I said, "Okay, please send it back. I'll give you a refund upon receiving it." Never sent it back. You know why? They were probably wanting to see me as a seller if I was going to go along and say, I'll tell you what did you see the price, the other seller selling for? That's what I'll sell, and I'll refund you the difference. It didn't work that way. I told them, send it back, you'll get your full refund. Once I messaged the buyer and told them that there, it was an open shut case. They didn't want to do it there. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get it cheaper. I mean, for crying out loud, I give good prices as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so I don't know how much more cheaper you want. If you want it, if you just want to pay the shipping and have it free, you're at the wrong seller, to be honest with you. But you're going to have things like that happen. Okay, if you're a newbie. So just be prepared, okay, for things like that to happen in the future or whenever. All right, it will happen, and happened to me more than once, I have to honestly say. But by me having the photos that show the item powered on, if you could do it, because sometimes sellers don't show the things powered on. Power the unit on. Like this here, I took pictures of it with powered on. I also took a picture of the lens extended. I didn't do a video, just a photo of the lens extended. Now, in order to make the lens extended, you have to put batteries in. It's got to be powered up to do that. So try to protect yourself. And let me tell you something. If it gets to a point where a buyer is trying to, mitigate that between you and eBay and whatever, I want my money back or whatever because it doesn't work, you'll have the proof. Okay? Now, videos, you might say, well, will eBay actually watch them? I don't know if they'll actually, quote unquote, watch them, but it doesn't hurt to have it there in your arsenal of their protection, so to speak, for the seller. To say, here, if you want to check my video out, here's the YouTube channel, whatever that for that particular case, and you could see for yourself it's functional. I've done that. Now, again, I don't know if they watched the videos, but I had proof that the items worked, and I got my, there were, in other words, I was in agreement with that. There, I was good, with eBay. They gave me, they took off the person left any negative feedback. They removed it because of that. All right. So take pictures of the item powered on. If in this case the camera showed the extended in a lens that's extended, and this way you have something to go, to fight on. I don't sell broken things. If this camera again was broken, it wasn't working, non-functional, I would sell it for parts not working. But eBay needs to change that up. They do. Because that's the choices I always see. Item is not as described, or item is defective, not working. They got to change it up because sometimes buyers don't know what to put down. They want to return it, and they don't want to always come out and say, like that one person was trying to get me to get it cheaper, say, I'd like to return it because I've seen it cheaper elsewhere, or I no longer want the item. They got to add other things to that there when it comes to return for the buyers. Okay, because if the buyer keeps telling you that the item is not as described or as defective, and I get it back and I test it and I say that's avoided reason for them to return the item. It does work, and the item is as described. They got to change that up. Well, I hope that information helped. I hope you got a little takeaway from this here, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post on the videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And for those who are recently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate it. I will be sharing more tips and tricks as they become available. I don't have something like all lined up, like one day after another. But when I come across these tips, like as far as photography, how I do certain things, rest assured, I will be sharing it with you guys. Okay, I don't mind. That's why I said that's why I love this YouTube channel. I love doing this here. That's why I created this YouTube channel, is to help inspire and share. And also, I do like to talk about other things, but all business related. So if you want information, I do, like I said, about reselling. I do the reseller news. I also do the Let's Talk eBay. In this particular case, this is just kind of like what my morning begins like on a Sunday morning already. Like I said, it's going on the afternoon here. So I do hope you guys do get a takeaway from it. I hope you enjoy the films. I hope you like me. And again, if you do, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini, and as I always say, I like to close on my videos. If you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.